Hello friends, here we come together again to understand the new concept related to laws of motion. Today we are going to see the next concept, speed and velocity. The definition of speed is says that the total distance traveled in unit time is called the speed of an object. Means here we can conclude that the concept speed is related with the concept distance. Total distance traveled in a unit time is called its speed. Let's take an example. In 2 hours, a car travels 100 kilometers. Then the speed of a car is 50 kilometers per hour. Then the concept of velocity. What is the definition of velocity? The total displacement occurred in unit time is called the velocity of an object. Already in the difference of distance and displacement, we have seen that distance is the concept related to speed and displacement is the concept related to velocity. And also the definition shows the total displacement occur in unit time is called the velocity of an object. Then the next difference is that the speed is related with the concept of distance and the velocity is related with the concept of displacement. Third difference, speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. How it is? Already we seen that in the last sentence, speed is related with the distance. So distance is a scalar quantity, therefore speed is also scalar quantity. And velocity is related with the concept of displacement. Then if the displacement is a vector quantity, then the velocity also becomes a vector quantity. Next, speed cannot be zero and velocity can be zero. How it is? Speed is a related concept to distance. So in the previous difference we have seen that distance cannot be zero, and if the distance cannot be zero, then how it is possible that speed can be zero? Therefore speed cannot be zero. And here the opposite idea, velocity can be zero. Why? Because velocity is related concept with the displacement. So if the displacement becomes zero, velocity also becomes zero. Therefore velocity can be zero, but speed cannot be zero. Next, the formula of speed. The last difference between them, the formula of speed. The formula of speed is equal to total distance upon total time. And the formula of velocity is displacement upon time. Simple formulas they are: speed is equal to total distance upon time and velocity is equal to total displacement upon time. Suppose we are going to Pune from Kolhapur, and for that purpose we have two choices: to go by bus and to go by plane. If we choose the first option by bus, then the roadway is not a straight way. That's why we have to turn our vehicle in different direction continuously. So it will be distance. And by airway, we can go to Pune directly in a straight line. So it will be displacement. Suppose the distance between Kolhapur and Pune is 400 km and the displacement is 300 km and we need 2 hours to go to Pune. Then by applying the speed formula and the velocity formula, we can find out the speed and velocity both. Speed is equal to distance upon time and distance is 400 km. That's why 400 upon 2 hour, that is 200 km per hour, that is speed, and the velocity is the displacement upon time. Displacement is 300 km and time is 2 hours, so we need to divide 300 by 2. We can get the answer 150 km per hour. So here in this example, the speed will be 200 km per hour and the velocity will be 150 km per hour. Speed always greater than velocity or is equal to velocity, but velocity cannot be greater than speed. It may be equal to speed, but it will not greater than speed. I think you have a better idea, and we shall understand the speed difference between speed and velocity. I will send you the note about it, related to it. You have to write down it in your note. Hello friends, I am Akash Hatkar and we are going to see the next part of the topic laws of motion. Here we are going to see the effect of speed and direction on velocity. Already we have seen that what is meant by speed. Speed means total distance travel in unit time by an object, and velocity means the total displacement happen in unit time by an object. Therefore, the speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. Means while considering velocity, we have to consider direction too. Means the speed and the direction, these two things effects on velocity. Therefore, let's see how they will get effect on it. The first thing is that if speed get changes and a thing is in a linear motion, in a straight line, then what will happen? Means only speed get changed, direction doesn't change. Then what will happen? What will be effect on the velocity? When a thing is in a linear motion, then speed and velocity both are same. Why? Because the distance and the displacement both are same. Assume a car is running on a road. Then what will happen if it is in linear motion? The distance traveled in a unit time will be as same as the displacement occur. Therefore, the speed and velocity will be same. And we can consider that if direction doesn't change, only speed changes, then velocity also changes in the same manner. Means if speed increases, velocity also increases as same as speed. If speed decreases, velocity also decreases as same as speed. But the main condition is that direction should not be changed. The next condition, if we change the direction and keep the speed constant, then what will happen? If we change direction only and speed remains constant, in this case, the displacement becomes lesser than distance. Because we have turned the vehicle, we have changed the direction. Displacement becomes lesser than the distance. So already we seen that speed is equal to distance upon time and velocity is equal to displacement upon time. So if displacement become lesser than distance, then velocity will decrease. If speed get constant, because of what? Because of changing direction. Means we can say that if we keep speed as it is and change the direction, then what will happen? Displacement become lesser, and because of change in displacement, the velocity also becomes lesser. It will decrease than speed. Third condition, where we are going to change speed as well as direction. Means both we are going to change. Already we have seen that when direction changes, the displacement becomes lesser than distance and velocity decreases. But here we are changing the speed too. Therefore, when we decrease the speed, velocity also decreases. But the velocity remains lesser than speed. And if we increase the speed, velocity also increases. But here also the velocity remains lesser than speed. From this example, we can conclude that the velocity depends on direction. As we change the direction, the velocity always decreases. If we do not change the direction, what will happen? Speed and velocity will be same. Means from this we can get idea that velocity is a vector quantity, means it is depend on direction. As we change the direction, velocity decreases. Speed remains constant. Means speed, direction and velocity, they are related to each other. If the thing is in linear motion, then speed and velocity remains constant. If we change the direction, velocity always remains lesser than speed. Thank you very much.